We love South.
Hello and welcome to a quick video explaining our Raider Clubs. We're going to be having Raider Clubs this Friday, November 1st. Raider Clubs are all kinds of different activities involved in STEM. STEM stands for Science, Technology, Engineering, and Math. And we also have some art clubs as well. So this Friday, you will get a chance to choose one of the 15 following Raider Clubs. There's all sorts of different activities, and if you don't get your top choice, it's okay because all of the activities and all of the clubs will be fun and you will have a great time doing them. So what I'm going to do is I'm quickly going to go through and run through and show you what all 15 clubs are, kind of give you an idea of what it is that you'll be choosing. It's up to your teachers on how you choose and when you will choose, but just remember, if you don't get your top choice, it's okay because all of the clubs are going to be a blast and you'll have a lot of fun with them. So first club we have up is the Minecraft Masters Club. This club is going to be with Mr. Meyer and it will be in the computer lab. We're going to pick this one a little different this year. So this year, 2 kids from every class will get a chance to do the Minecraft Club. It was a really popular one last year and we had a lot of kids who never had a chance at it. So this year we're changing it up. So 2 kids from every class will get a chance to jump in the Minecraft Masters Club and do some digital building with some other students and also with Mr. Meyer. Next up, we have the Giant Board Games Club with Mrs. Leininger. If you like board games and you like things that are giant, this will be a great club for you. We have Giant Jenga, Giant Connect 4, and also Giant Uno. So some very fun ways to play some normal things just in giant size. Next up we have the Slime Makers Club with Miss Carlson with a little Halloween twist. You'll be making some Halloween slime in this club and be able to actually take that slime home with you when you're finished. Next up, we have soap carving with Mrs. Brown. You'll get a bar of soap, and it's up to you on what you make into, what kind of creation you make that bar of soap into. So you can kind of bring out your inner architect and create something very cool out of a bar of soap. Next, we have Angry Bird Building with Mrs. Guth. So if you like the game Angry Birds, you'll love this club. The only difference is you don't play this one digitally, you do it in real life. So we're talking flying Angry Birds across the room, knocking down some cool structures. Next, we have an art party with Miss Wildy. If you love art, you'll love this club. You'll be following some YouTube tutorials to create your own masterpiece in the Art Party Club. Next up, we have the Building Masters Club with Mr. Raymond. If you love our Fab Lab materials that we have, then you'll definitely love this club. Mr. Raymond has some challenges set up for you using those Fab Lab things, and we'll see if you are up to the building challenge. Next up is another Builders Club, only this time you'll be building with Marshmallows, and that's with Mrs. Moody. You'll be creating some houses using toothpicks and marshmallows. Let's see how big and how sturdy your house can be when it's made out of marshmallows and toothpicks. Next up, we have the Mirrors and Mazes Club with Mrs. Hokema. A very mysterious sounding club. You'll be completing some different challenges with mirrors and mazes. You got it. So you'll be looking into some reflections and having to do things backwards, use that reflection, some symmetry, all of that just to see if you can complete the challenge. Next up is the Geoboard challenge with Miss Schluckabeer. Using rubber bands and a geoboard, let's see if you're up to the challenge of creating some very cool looking pictures. So you can try this one out if you'd like. Next up, we have the Straw Rockets Club with Mrs. Heller. The Straw Rockets. You'll be creating a rocket and firing that rocket off using a straw and your own breath. So lots of things flying around the classroom in that club. Sounds like fun. Next up, we have the Mad Hatter Clothes Science with Mrs. Ballou. Have you ever wondered why it is that we have to wear clothes? Well, if you have, this club will answer that question for you. So jump on in and figure out some answers. Next up, we have the Holiday Crafts Club with Mrs. Watchhorn. Just because Halloween will be over when we do our Raider Clubs doesn't mean you can't still enjoy doing some holiday crafts. So you'll be creating some things, some Halloween crafts in this club. Next up, we have Watercolor Spiderweb with Mrs. Gillum. You'll be creating a nice little spider web using some watercolor paints and top it off with your very own little fake spider on top. Next up, we have the Marble Maze Club with Mrs. Lily. You will be creating your own maze that you have to navigate with the marble. Should be pretty cool. So you're going to do this kind of like the little picture here shows. Let's see if you can create a very confusing and tough challenge here with what you have. So those are all of our clubs that we have. We have 15 in all for you to pick. And again, this will be on Friday. So you'll be starting to pick today. Some kids will get a pick today, and we'll be picking throughout the week. And then on Friday, we'll have our actual clubs at the very end of the day. First graders and second graders all mixed together, all the different teachers. It'll be a lot of fun, and you'll have a great time. So happy picking, and we'll see you soon.